the map of contamination. There are the maps of contamination of Chernobyl exclusion zone. There are three radioactive elements who make influence on environment, make on radiation background, on safety conditions for people. There are three elements: cesium and
strontium.
They have half-life time 30 years, about 30 years. And another element, plutonium, that is map of contamination, plutonium, half-life time 24,000 years. Very long half-life time, very long. So, the most element who make most influence to gamma radiation, you can count, yeah? It's cesium. So, laws of distribution of all elements approximately the same. It's a difference only by distance, yeah? But cesium, yeah, is easily melt, easily vaporize.
Okay.
Yeah? The reactor, it was fire reactor, yeah? It vaporized salts of cesium and flew quite far. Strontium fly not so far, yeah? And plutonium just about 10 kilometers around power plant.
Oh, okay.
It's unlucky that plutonium can't fly so far. But laws of distribution the same. It's because of weather condition and direction of wind. When accident happened, wind was blowing to the west. And appeared so-called western trace of radiation, which contaminated the western direction. It's quite narrow trace and quite long, with very dense contamination. We'll cross this trace, western trace of radiation, on the back way from Pripyat to Chernobyl, on our back way.
Oh, okay.
And when we'll crossing that trace, that spot, counter will show extremely high level of radiation. Extremely high level of radiation.
So the red is worse than...
Yeah, the red's the worst. Yep, that's the highest levels.
Yeah, it will
The high. We're going to go through it. That's where this thing's going to go.
This area to the west from power plant, we call this area red forest.
Oh, that's the red, where the red for? Okay.
It was forest.
Yeah.
And all this forest died.
Yeah, right. It turned red, and then it did turn red. Yeah.
It turned red because of radiation. It became dry. And then it was buried underground. Because it was very contaminated, it was a danger of fire.
Okay.
That's why it was buried underground.
And you don't want it to burn, because if it burns, then more stuff goes to the air.
Yeah, so because of these cases it was buried. It was decided to bury. So now all trees here in this area are new. So it was at night. In the morning, wind started blowing to the north.
Okay.
And appeared so-called northern trace of radiation, which contaminated northern part of Chernobyl exclusion zone and Belarus. Area of Belarus. It's here Belarus. This is border of Belarus.
Yes.
Okay? So it contaminated big area in Belarus and reached even North Europe.
Yep.
So Sweden authorities started look where is the problem. So first time they saw that problem on their power plant. So when releases of radiation were the biggest, wind was blowing to the north. So the most contaminated is northern direction. Here, there. Wind started blow to Kiev only April 30. So we are lucky in Kiev.
Yes.
So we had wind to Kiev only 4 days after accident. So and releases those days when wind was blowing to the south weren't so big releases of radiation. And so because of weather conditions and wind direction, you can see a difference of level of contamination. Yeah. Why border of zone is not like this? Because when government make decision about creation Chernobyl exclusion zone, they can take probes of contamination. They just count radiation in air, yeah? And radiation was quite big around because it was iodine in air. You know, iodine, with very short half-life time.
Yep.
But it was everywhere around. It was here. It was everywhere around.
The iodine is only, was it 3-day half-life?
Half-life.
3 days, 7 days,
No,
something?
8.5.
8.5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very short, it's very short.
Less
Okay.
than 9 days.
Okay. I knew it was very short. The iodine's all
It's
gone.
more dangerous,
Yeah.
but it's more dangerous.
Yeah, but it's gone now, it's all
It's
gone.
gone now,
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's just when a reactor explodes.
Right.
It's important. So it can accumulate, you'll die. So it's very dangerous for.
Yeah, it gets in your thyroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So situation about it was like this, and when it started, accident happened, as you know, April 26th night. Chernobyl is quite far from power plant, as you can see from this map. Here power plant, here Chernobyl. Now we're here.
Okay.
Yeah. Next to power plant, it was Pripyat city.
Pripyat city.
It was sleeping city of workers of power plant. Its distance very very close. And you can see from this map, this city is between two those traces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one trace here, another trace.
Okay.
There, yeah. So neither of them covered area. Yeah. But anyway, radiation level was very high in Pripyat, extremely high, first days. And evacuation of Pripyat started next day after accident, April 27. So 36 hours after accident. 36 hours after accident. So people were in danger place 36 hours. But it was very good organized. It took only 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah. All 50,000 people from Pripyat. They were moved to closest to Chernobyl centers of districts of Kiev region, like Ivankov and Polesskaya, and placed it to owners of houses, like ghost families, yeah, for next time, because it was announced that evacuation will be only for 3 days. After 3 days, they were promised to be returned, but never happened.
Never happened.
So they were placed in ghost families. Then, when authorities realized that it for a longer time, they were moved to hotels, to beach resorts, and to other places for longer living.
Some went to Kiev, yes.
It's some,
Yeah.
Most people from just escaped from this is ghost family because not comfortable.
Yeah.
With children in such a condition, not good idea. But a lot of people has relatives in Kiev or friends in Kiev or other cities, and they came to them. But then government started gave them hotels, apartments like this, accommodations, dormitories maybe. So it depends. If families, then probably hotel, accommodation. If single, so dormitory like this. So then authorities realized that Pripyat died only in autumn. So in autumn, people started to get so-called temporary apartments. So anyway, they hope, government hope, probably in a couple of years.
Come back,
Yeah, maybe, but yeah.
But they realized that probably never.
Yeah.
And in autumn, they started to give them temporary apartments. Apartments the same size they can. Pripyat the same comfortable. So it was this, and it was about Pripyat. Evacuation of 30-kilometer zone started May 3, only May 3. It started May 3, and most people were evacuated till May 5th evening. It's quite a big area, so it took more time than to evacuate Pripyat. And in evacuation Pripyat, it was about 1,000 buses were involved in evacuation of Pripyat. They were from Kiev. It was Sunday, so all those buses were free and they were involved in evacuation. And then in the Monday morning they were used without decontamination in Kiev. So people didn't know which bus they used. So it was more difficult to evacuate people from 30 kilometers because road condition not everywhere was very good. And people from 30 kilometer zone were evacuated not For 30 days. So after they started predict probably for more time. So they need to evacuate agricultural animals from this area, like this. So it took more time. And animals, agricultural animals from 10-kilometer zone were killed and buried, weren't evacuated. Animals from 30-kilometer zone were evacuated with people, with collective farms. And totally, from Ukrainian part of Chernobyl exclusion zone in 1986 were evacuated about 120,000 people. It's a big amount.
Yes.
50,000, about 50,000 from Pripyat, 16,000 from Chernobyl, and other people from rural place of Chernobyl exclusion zone. So, when evacuation finished, scientists started take probes of soil, and they found that this area is really badly contaminated. Level of contamination here is bigger than here, there, and there. So this area was joined to so-called 10-kilometer zone. This area was surrounded by fence. And you can get in and get out only through checkpoint like to 30 kilometers.
Okay, so we're going to go through another checkpoint at 10 kilometers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we can go through another checkpoint.
At Pripyat.
Pripyat is well surrounded by fence. You can get in, get out only through checkpoint. So we go through 3 checkpoints. Yeah, so it's great. Now you can see some villages colored orange color. Yeah, painted orange color. It's villages in which still lives people.
Oh.
Not in all of them. It's quite old map, so probably half of them still habited. Because the average age of people who lives here about 70 plus years, so 76, probably 75, like this. They were pensioners when it happened. So some people decided to return in their own houses to live them. But in truth, the stress of evacuation was worse for elder people than effect of radiation. So probably it wasn't a good idea to work with elder people like 70 years or 60 years, probably. Yeah, and now it's about 300 such people who still lives in villages.
Yeah.
Is it safe? Is it still? I mean, is it safe now that
Safe?
people
For the 300 people?
They just decided.
They just decided whether it's safe or not. They're just here. Yeah, they're
It's
just here.
illegally. In Soviet time, police troops they were in this village and they catch people and move them. But then government decided, okay, it's their decision. Let them here.
Okay.
It's not a good idea to catch them, put handcuffs and evacuate by force.
Yeah.
Anyway, they will return. They will find a way to
Right.
return. So they have medicinal service. We have seen an ambulance car, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a doctor. It's scheduled when doctor visits.
Every week.
Village.
Every week, don't
I
it
didn't
come
know
out?
this
You know,
schedule, probably. I didn't know
I
this
think it's every week. Yeah.
How many times a day you come here? How many times a day?
How times?
How many a day? How many times a day you come here to visit?
Well, you come.
How many days?
Yeah.
You're here
15 days in month.
15
But, I
days
mean,
in
how
month.
many times a day though? You just come.
No,
once a
he
day?
comes once a day.
I came for 15 days without. I stay here.
Oh, you stay
I
here?
can stay here.
Oh.
Stay here. Okay.
I can stay here.
Is it safe to go in?
Go in where?
Yeah.
To
Go
temple?
in. Yeah. Is it safe to go
If
in?
you just
Don't
everything.
Do what he
right.
says,
Right,
yeah.
right.
And you don't want to stay there. You can't stay there. That's exposure over time.
I know. I'm just saying. It's
If
safe
you go
go
to the
in, I'm
beach,
asking.
there it's not safe. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
If you use mushrooms or fish
don't-
from this
yeah.
area, it's not safe.
Don't eat nothing.
If
No
you eat
apples, no
apples,
mushrooms.
It's not safe.
Not
as
good.
well.
I know.
No.
I know. I'm just safe to walk in.
Or if you stay in a very radioactive
Oh,
place,
no.
it's not
For a
safe.
long time, right? Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
okay.
know this
It's
place and as well you have
How
radiation
many,
count.
how many people come every year?
Very different.
Just every-
Very different, but about a couple thousand.
couple
like,
thousand.
1,000, yeah.
Like this, it's visitors. It's our visitors, yeah.
Okay.
So, like this. And here is border of Belarus.
Right.
And as you know, power plant was restarted after accident
Yes.
and worked till year 2000.
2000, number 3. Unit
Yeah,
3 ran till
yeah.
2000. Hmm.
So all those years, workers who work on power plant need to place to live.
Hmm.
And after accident, government built new city, Slavutich.
Okay.
It's here.
They take the train?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Mhm,
yeah. When they built this, it was Soviet time and no borders.
Oh,
When
right.
Soviet collapsed, it's appeared border.
Uh-huh.
So people who go from Slavutich to power plant and back need to cross border 4 times. We have agreement about crossing this border. But
Oh,
trains,
okay.
trains go without stops,
Yeah,
without
okay,
any checks,
okay.
checkings. But if you go by car from here, to say,
Then you have to,
it's here there is no official checkpoint to Belarus. So if you cross border place, it's you are legal. But Belarus has very strict laws about illegal crossing borders. Very strict.
yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So, but there is checkpoint. So there is official checkpoint. So you get here illegally, and will try escape Belarus legally. Yeah, and the border guard here asks you, how did you get here? Okay, here. So they tell you, okay, you go to prison. You
Yeah.
government, like this. Very strict laws.
Yes.
So if a car goes through Kiev, it's about 300 kilometers, even more than 300 kilometers, yeah, or 50 kilometers through Belarus. So difference like this. Now population of the city is about 16 to 20,000 people. About 16 or between 16 and 20,000 people.
They're all workers.
They most
Yeah.
most of population, no, not most. Now it's about 4,000 people involved in works in power plant. It doesn't produce electricity
No.
now, but in decommission.
Right.
So still need people.
Yep.
It's 4,000 people who work for power plant. Yeah? Most of them are from Slavutich.
Uh-huh.
So it's problem with city what they will do after power plant will be decommissioned. Where will they will work?
Yeah, where will they work? Yeah.
It's problem for them. So it's still question open. And on this picture you can see power plant, all its reactors. Here reactor number 1, the oldest one, which was started in 1977.
77.
Reactor number 2, 3 and 4, which is exploded. Reactor number 4 was the brand new, was the newest. It was started in December 1984.
84.
Yeah, so worked less than
2
1 year
yeah.
and 4 months.
Yeah.
Very short life. And here, another thing here, it's graveyards. After accident, first years, there were a lot of places where vehicles like this, military vehicles, helicopters, were just placed.
Now we don't go there no more, do we? The road is too bad to drive back there, isn't it?
Not only because of this, the main thing that now we convert those graveyards to safe condition to this. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, we convert it to that. So now we making holes in soil, yeah, concrete them, concrete bottom, concrete walls, then cut those vehicles in parts, and bring them, move here.
Oh.
So that's there are works now there. So cutting.
They're working, cutting them and removing.
So it's not safe.
Right, because there's a lot of stuff.
So
yeah.
that's why it's only for specialists, for scientists maybe who.
Oh, okay.
Or for international representative or international organizations who monitor this, but not for visitors who are just interested, because you need to change clothes and it's not safe for you. We can't provide safety conditions to visit this